Okay, good afternoon, guys. How are you doing today? My name is Fortune, will be the co-founder, Sword, and the head of digital marketing. And I'll be the lead person taking you on this social media marketing track alongside my colleague, Gucci. So basically, I believe all of us are on social media, or we know one or two about social media. So it is the aim of this class that at the end of this training, these young techies cohorts, you have a handful of knowledge when it comes to social media marketing and how to leverage social media to grow your brand and to grow the brands of others as well. So if you're looking to start a business on social media, this is for you. If you're looking to brand yourself on social media, become an influencer and whatnot, this class is for you. Now, I'm not just going to be teaching you highfalutin theories. I'm going to be giving you practical steps and things that you can actually do and start seeing results almost immediately. Now, I'm going to leave a disclaimer. I'm not saying you're going to get results in one day or is this a get rich quick scheme kind of a thing. No, definitely you're going to put in the work, you put in the efforts to start seeing results. So it may take others in a faster time for them to achieve their goals. It may take you a longer time, it may take you a faster time. It all depends. But the basic thing is that once you get it right, you are definitely going to see results in record time. Okay, so I believe your mind is already prepared for this, and let us jump right in. So, introduction to social media. We're going to be looking at our module one, which is introduction to social media, and we're going to look at what social media is, how it began, types of social media, and getting started on social media. Okay, so I know this is a 1 hour intensive class today. Each time we're going to be meeting, we're not going to exceed 1 hour. Okay, I'll try as much as possible to make it as short as possible. All right. So I'm not going to bombard you with so many information. All right. So let's get started. Now you can see what's reflected on the screen here. This is the overview of social media use in July 2022. All right, that's this year. So you can see that the number of social media users in the whole world as of July 2022 was 4.70 billion. Wow, 4.70 billion. That's a lot. That's a lot. Imagine the number of people. You can see the year on year change in social media users. You can see it increases by 5.1%, which is about 22 million. You can see that. And you can also see that the average time spent on social media, like you can see here, the average time spent on social media is 2 hours, 29 minutes per day. That's the minimum, all right? The average time spent on social media, all right? The average number of social media platforms used each month is 7.4. Okay, so this is like a global statistics. Okay, so it covers both Africa, the United States, United Arab Emirates, and all that. So it covers all that. All right. Let's go to the essential digital headlines. Now, okay, you can see, like I said, total population of people in the world. You can see 7.98 billion people in the world. You can see that. Now, out of the 7.98 billion people, you can see that 5.34 billion people use their mobile phones. This was as of July 2022. So obviously it should be more by now. All right. But I don't have the recent statistics. All right. So then the internet users, out of these 5.34 billion people using their mobile phones, are internet users. All right. Now, so people often confuse the internet with social media. It's not exactly the same thing. Yeah, social media leverages the internet, but internet and social media are not exactly the same thing. So you can see out of the 5.34 billion people using their mobile phones, we have 5.3 billion people are internet users, and active social media users are 4.70 billion people. You can see that that's 59% of the total population. You can see that. So that's quite a lot of people. All right, it's a global overview. Now you can see the share of global social media users Pardon me. You can see the share of global social media users. You can see the active social media users in each region as a percentage of total global active social media users. You can see North America has 6.9%, all right, of them use social media. We have Northern Europe 2.1%, North Northern Africa 2.8%, West Africa 1.6%, and all that. So I'm not saying you should cram these statistics. This is just basically to give you an overview of the relevance of social media in our world today. So if you're not on social media, I think you should be in the stone ages. All right, so that was on the lighter note. All right. So I think I'm just going to skip this right here and just get right into the class. All right. So social media marketing. Social media marketing, I believe, like I said earlier, I know you heard a thing or two about social media marketing. Some of you may even be doing it. Some of you may have stumbled on it at some point, right? So, social media marketing is an aspect of digital marketing, and I believe you've heard of digital marketing. So, social media marketing is an aspect of digital marketing that uses social networking platforms to reach out, gain awareness, build an online community or presence, and drive growth for your brand or business. Now, I want you to know something. I need us to establish this fact before we even go on in this class. You are a brand, all right? You are a brand. So you mustn't necessarily be a business, or you mustn't be Apple, Coca-Cola, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Beyonce, Kim Burrell, Kim Kardashian before you call yourself a brand. Every person is a brand. And what I mean by brand is that people already perceive you to be something. Whether you like it or not, people know you to be something. Someone might know you as a creative, you're a very creative person. Someone might know you as somebody who is organized. Some of us may be branded by our talents. They can know you as, oh, who is this person? Oh, she's a singer, she's a dancer, she's this, she's that. The person is a brand. You are a brand, all right? So you see your famous influencers you see on social media, even the ones that are not so famous, they are also brands. So basically, social media marketing it's a networking platform uh, that is used to reach out and gain awareness and to build your brand online. So even if you have a business too, you can also leverage social media for that. That's what media marketing is about. Now, it involves the use of internet communication channels. Remember, we talked about, I said something earlier that the internet and social media are not exactly the same thing. Social media leverages or uses the World Wide Web, uses the internet, all right? So it's not the same thing, all right? So social media marketing involves the use of internet communication channels that encourage the sharing of information and ideas and building of relationships through virtual communities. And I'd like to pause here. When you think of virtual communities, what comes into your mind at first? When you look at community, a community, I believe we must have all learned this. A community is like a group of people that share the same belief, that share the same values. Core values are very, very essential to community building. If you share the same core values, you believe in the same thing. Let's say I believe in love, and then I have a group of people that also believe in love. We form a community of lovers. Funny, right? Form a community of people who believe in love. That's a community. So, if we should go down to your village now, for example, in your village, you have like a community. You have the Igbo speaking community, the Quere speaking community. Now, if you notice, we have different states where Igbo is being spoken. We have Abia, Anambra, we have Imo State, Enugu, Ebonyi, all those states. They are Igbo speaking states, all right? So, but they have a community. So it's not necessarily tied by the geographical location or where they currently are, but basically because they share the language, all right? So they share the language, they form the Igbo speaking community. So whoever speaks Igbo, whether the person is outside of Nigeria or wherever the person is also part of the Igbo speaking world community because they share a common language, all right? They share a common belief system, a common what value. So now The same thing in social media marketing. This involves the using of internet communication channels that encourages not just the sharing of information and ideas, but building of relationships through virtual communities. Now, when you hear the word virtual, what comes into your mind first should be, let's say, something that's not physical. Okay, you can't touch it. Okay, you can't feel it. All right, so it's virtual. Okay, so examples of virtual communities basically are built online. All right, so the internet, social media is one of such platforms that encourages the building of virtual communities. What this means is that back to my analogy of using the Igbo speaking language, for example, now. So if I have some groups online where people speak Igbo or people that speak Igbo come together to interact on a daily basis, that forms an online virtual community for Igbo speakers. I hope you understand that. An online community for Igbo speakers. So if you go to Facebook now, you've seen different Facebook groups. If you're on Facebook, you're going to see some groups on love, some groups single and dating, some football groups and all those groups. Those are called virtual words communities because those groups have a theme, THEME. They have something that those groups are centered on, all right? So that forms what? A community. So that being said, I think we can move forward. You can see from here different social media platforms that involve or encourages the building of virtual communities. You can see Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and all that. So they encourage the building of virtual communities. If you have an Instagram account, for example, and you have some followers following you, obviously they're following you for a reason, all right? So let's say you're a dancer and you just notice you'll be posting your content and people are following you and following you and following you. Those people now that are always following you and those people that are always interacting, engaging with your posts, because social media is all about engagement rather. Those people that are always engaging with your posts, those people are part of your community. All right. So you have a community of people that know you, like you, and trust you. That is called KLT. All right. So that being said, let's move forward and how it all began. All right. So now the emergence, what I mean by emergence, the beginning of social media, the emergence of social media began in the early days of internet when people started sharing information and communicating with each other. It was just that the earlier platforms were more technology intensive and required some expertise to use. All right. So, and hence the number of people using these platforms were limited. All right. So, those platforms that were there in those days, all right, back in the days, they were more, would I say, complicated to use. So, the mainstream or the general population couldn't use those stuff because you have to learn them, you have to be good, you have to possess some kind of expertise to know how to use those technological platforms. All right. So that's what I'm saying here. Now, over a period of time, as the technology matured, platforms were developed where regular users without any technological background could also use these services. Pardon my omission of O there. Could also use these services. So now, this was a turning point in the history of internet, making the internet technology all inclusive. What I mean by all inclusive is that everybody now could use this now, where people were no longer silent spectators. That means they were no longer just keeping quiet and just watching it being used and they could not do anything about it. All right. They were no longer silent spectators to the content that was being dished out to them. Now they could create their own content, share it with others, respond to people, collaborate with them, and more. Now, this user interaction is what led to the development of social media as we know it to be what today. You see? So, as we know it to be today. All right, so that being said, now contrary to the general perception of social media being restricted to networking websites like Facebook and Twitter, social media encompasses all the services that facilitate creation and sharing and exchange of user generated content, USG. Now, this basically is saying that when you hear of social media, don't just think about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those are not the only platforms you call social media. There are other kinds of platforms called social media, and I'm going to be explaining in a few the different types of social media. Now, these platforms, so far as they encourage user generated content, now user generated content simply means content that is being generated by the users of those social media platforms. For example, now I could have you've seen all these people that do giveaways online where they make a post and they're like record a 30 minutes or 30 seconds video of yourself dancing to the song, maybe Although by Kiss Daniel, because that's what's raining now. Although everybody, although whatever, okay, you get the picture. Now you're going to notice that a lot of people now go online and they now start making those kind of videos of them dancing outdoor and posting sorry, and then posting it online. Now what they are basically doing there is they are generating content for Kiss Daniel. They don't even know because they are generating content for him. You now notice that he can repost it. Even Don Jazzy does it a lot. Most of these big secular artists, most brands do it a lot. So they leverage their community. Remember, the people that are following them and engaging with their posts to generate more content for themselves. So it's not every time, as a brand or a person, that you have to create your own content. If you're smart and you're sharp on social media, there are strategies you could use to get people to generate content for you that you will even post on your page. So simply, user generated content is content that is made about a brand by the users of that brand or the consumers of the brand's content. All right, big English, but I hope you understand. So if I use your if I watch your videos online or I follow you on social media and you start a challenge and you say okay, I should record a video of myself or I should do this or do that, and then you're going to repost it, basically it's you telling me to create content for you. So we call it user generated content because I am your user, all right? I consume what? Your content. I view your content. I like, I share, I comment on your content online, okay? So that being said, let's go straight to the next part of this training, which is types of social media, all right? Types of social media. All right, now we have social networks. This is the first thing here. Social networks, basically, the aim of this is to connect with people. And examples of social networks include Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I believe we all see it here. We've all seen that before. This right here is Facebook. This is Twitter. But unfortunately, we don't have a LinkedIn logo here. So, but that's what they use it for. You just go there to connect with people. Why are you on Facebook? Connect with your friends, see what your friends are posting, what your family is posting online, make new friends online. Basically, you're just connecting with people. That's the primary aim of these platforms. Before of recent, they've started developing into something more robust. That means they now do other things on this platform. Like people now run their businesses on Facebook, on Twitter. Twitter is now a micro blogging platform. You go there, you see the latest news, what's trending in this nation, and all that. You see it on Twitter, basically. Then, if you want to go to a platform, a social media site where you see professionals, everything, the language there is professional. All the things they are doing there is just on a professional level. All right, LinkedIn is for professionals. Okay, so if let's say you're a medical doctor or a medical student, you may want to create a LinkedIn account. If you're studying engineering for or whatever course you're studying, if it's a professional course, you're a lawyer, whatever, even a content creator too, I advise you create a LinkedIn account. All right, that's where you connect with other professionals doing what you do, and even companies that want to hire people. Let's say now you've graduated from school and you are looking for a job. LinkedIn is where you can build your brand. If you're posting on LinkedIn regularly, there's every chance that you will see the people who want to who need people like you will go there and figure you out, and you might get offered an interview and you get employed from LinkedIn. It happens a lot of times. You see, job seekers use LinkedIn to seek for jobs. Even employers use LinkedIn to outsource or to look for people that will work with them. So they check your LinkedIn profile and see the kind of content you post, see your your credibility, your certifications, your qualifications, and all those things before they make a decision of employing you or not. All right, that's for LinkedIn. That's for social network platforms. Now, the next one is media sharing networks. All right, now, the aim of media sharing networks is for sharing of photos, videos, and other kind of media. And for example, now we have Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. There are more media sharing networks basically. But you know that if you go to all this content, if you go to all these platforms, your primary reason for going there is just to consume media. You just know that. Give me a minute. I'm kind of having a cough. So you guys have to bear with me. All right. So basically the primary reason for going there is to to consume people's content, the photos they share, the videos. You go on Instagram, you're looking at for pages like Tunde Not, Tweet Savage, Instablog Niger, all those kind of platforms. You're going there because you want to see what they are posting. So the aim is primarily for media sharing, all right? Even on YouTube, you're going there basically for one reason. You want to watch videos. People watch movies on YouTube. People watch music videos. People watch tutorials. In fact, basically, there's nothing you can find on YouTube. Even the social media, you can even learn more on YouTube as well. So I don't even advise that you put all your eggs in this course. Yes, we're going to try as much as possible to teach you from what we know, but it's also advice if you want to grow faster, to also make your own personal researches. So I advise you go on YouTube, you go on platforms, and then see what you can learn as you're doing this course side by side. Now, the next platform is discussion types of social media discussion forums. Now, the aim of discussion forums is for sharing news and ideas. All right, and now we have platforms like Reddit, you have Quora, you have Dig, right? Reddit, Quora, and Dig. I recommend you go on search for these platforms. If you go there, you see Quora now. Basically, people ask a lot of questions there. People ask a lot of questions on Quora. So if you want to find answers to a question, Quora is what I recommend. All right, Quora is good for that. Now we have bookmarking and content creation networks have for this is basically used for discovering, saving, and sharing new content. An example, we have Pinterest, we have Flipboard. All right, so I think let me just do this right now. Should I escape this? Okay, I'm just going to show you. I'll show you some examples anyway before the end of this class of this kind of platforms. Um, we have consumer review networks. And if you're following this class, please, I want you to leave in the comment section following or drop your favorite emoji. Yeah, drop your favorite emoji in the comment section to show that you're actually following this class. All right. So now the next is consumer review networks. Now the aim of this networks basically is to find and review businesses. All right, is to find and review businesses. Let's see, find and review businesses. Should we just go online and then let's check something out? Let me show you something quickly. Sorry, guys. I have my WhatsApp trying to interrupt. Okay. So what was the first? We looked at consumer review networks. No, let's go to Cura first of all. So we can have an understanding of what takes place. So you can see now what you can see here on your screen. Cura is a place to gain and share knowledge. It's a platform to ask questions and connect with people who contribute unique insights. So let's say, for example, let's type a keyword. Um, how to record. Um, okay, let's see how to record WhatsApp video call. Let's see if we can find anything on Cura. Scrolling. Scrolling, can we find a Kira? No. Let me see. Content creation on Kira. Oh, creation. Pardon my spelling of creation. This is creation rather. Content creation on Kira. So you can see some. All right. If you check here now, this is Kira.com. When you go there now, you're going to see different people. Look at it now. This is Kira. You can see what is content creation and what is the right way to implement it into your content marketing strategy. If you scroll down, you can see people coming to answer these questions. This person said, content marketing is a large topic. Full disclosure, my company, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we don't have time for that now. So you can scroll down, you see people keep answering questions and all that. So you can see all that here. You can see and this is what Cura looks like. So I recommend going on Cura if you want to. It's a very good tool for creating of content and also to find answers for whatever you're looking for. And remember, we are on. Give me a minute. We are on discussion forums. All right. So this is a type of social media. It is a word discussion forum. They just go there and they discuss ideas. Even Reddit is the same thing too. Let's see Reddit. Let's type Reddit and search there. You can see now Reddit is a network of communities where people can dive into their interests, hobbies, and passions. Okay, there's a community of for whatever you're interested in. So it also falls into interest business, but we're going to go there later, anyways. So you can see now this is Reddit. You can see so you can find all these places there. People come there, they make content, and they have discussions going on. What is some dark shit? Oh, I don't use curse words. All right, all right. So that's basically for that. And then we also talked about bookmarking and content curation network. That's what we were at actually. So let's say I said, for example, Pinterest. For those of us that don't know Pinterest, want to get inspiration, content ideas, see now, discover recipes, home ideas, style inspiration, and other ideas to try. So click on Pinterest. See, it's good for content creation. You want to get ideas, you can use to create your content. Pinterest is good, all right. So I recommend you go to Pinterest. All right. Let's say I'm sorry. I had to sign in for you to see. Okay, see, this is Pinterest. See, this is what the interface looks like. It's also a social media platform. All right, it's a social media platform. So let's search for. Let's say I want to make a post on natural hair on my social media. Yeah, and I want to get ideas I could use. All right. So as I search for natural hair, you scroll down. You can see different posts now on natural hair. See, cute and trendy natural hairstyles to try. You see that summer staff, summer scarf, head scarf for natural hairs. You can see that as well. If you scroll down, you see natural hair regimen. So you can get ideas basically. So let's click on how to build an easy natural hair routine. So you can see what other content creators are making on this particular content. And you can see her website here, queentechna.com. So let's say we click on it and to take us straight to where this content is. So you can see. So I don't need to stress myself going on Google looking for this when I can just come on Pinterest. She even has a video too attached as well. So we're not saying you copy, okay? You're not going to copy word for word, basically. Remember what we said these kind of platforms and bookmarking and content creation networks are used for. They are for discovering, saving, and sharing new content. All right. So you also use them to get ideas. All right. Use them to get ideas. So that being said, let's go to the next place we are in. Pardon me. Let's. Oh, this is my Canva. We're going to talk about Canva, but okay, I think that'll be the graphic design track, but I'll talk a little bit about it. So now the next platform now is consumer review networks. All right. So now the basic use of consumer review networks is to find and review businesses, and here we have examples like we have Yelp, Zomato, and TripAdvisor. There are more. So basically, TripAdvisor. In fact, let's go and check it out. Let's go and check it out. So thank God we have an internet connection here, so we can just easily go around and look for this trip advisor, right? Oh, good lord. All right, you can see this here. Read reviews, compare and book details, vacation rentals, best places to eat, cheap flights, fun things to do, candid traveler photos, millions of hotel reviews, tours, attraction, and all blah blah blah. So basically, if you go to this, this is the world's largest travel site. Okay, remember I said it's a consumer review network. Basically, this is a platform where you see other consumers, people that have used. Let's say you want to buy a new brand, for example, you want to try the brand you have never used before. All right. Now there are different consumer review networks you can go to. So now TripAdvisor is basically for trips. So let's say you want to travel to somewhere and you've never gone to before, all right? You can go to TripAdvisor and then look out for what people are saying about a place you want to go to. Let's say now, for example, where to, let me say, Canada, Canada. Let's see, let's say Canada hotels. So now, because I'm traveling to Canada, so let's say I'm traveling to Canada, all right? So I can come here and I search for Canada hotels and places to stay. Once I scroll down, you can now see different hotels here. You can see Hotel du Views, blah blah blah, Quebec. I can't pronounce that. Okay, I think I can. I can make an attempt anyway. All right. I hope you guys are following this class. I believe you are. If you are, just let me know in the comment section. Just drop your favorite emoji as like we did the last time. All right. So you can see Hotel du Vieux Quebec, whatever, Hotel Nelligan, Hotel Place, blah blah blah, Montreal, Exchange Hotel, Vancouver, blah 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 blah. So you can see now if you look, you're going to see these places in green. You can see reviews, 2,362 reviews for this hotel, and you can see now here on the top, on the left, you can see top rated. This is one of the highest rated properties in Canada. So you can see now. You can also see a metadata. You can see what the hotel is about. So you see what other people are saying. So this is what Mike said. The hotel is nicely appointed and was a welcome relief to come back to after a long day of activities. The long blah 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 blah. Pardon me, I do that a lot. All right, guys. So you can see this here, you can see what other people are saying. So let me say I'm going to Canada now and I have the money to spend. Man, I'm going to choose the first hotel. Okay, if I say if I see that if I go to the hotel and it's too expensive, I can now look for, okay, obviously I can even compare the prices here, right? So if I click on show price, I can do my bookings here and whatever, and they're going to give me a price for one night and all that. So I can now see if it is something I want to try out. So that's for that. So I believe you understand. So if you want to try out something for the first time, you can look at consumer review networks. They will give you a helpful insight. All right. Now, blogging and publishing networks. We have WordPress, we have Tumblr, we have Medium, we have Blogspot. So if you want to create a blog, I recommend using any of these. Blogspot is the easiest. All right. You can actually try with Blogspot. You can start a blog with, let's say your name is faithful.blogspot.com, faithfulevangel.blogspot.com. uh you can start something on Medium. You can say it would be like choice.medium.com, no, choice.wordpress.com and all that until you get a custom domain name. We're going to talk about that later, but this is for blogging and publishing. All right, now interest-based networks. You have people just come here to share their interests and their hobbies. You have Goodreads is an example, House, Last.fm, social shopping networks. We have Shop Online. We use it basically to shop online. You can see platforms like Polyvore, Etsy, Fancy, Jumia, Konga. All right, people just use it. You know Jumia now. In fact, let's go online. Let's go to Jumia. Jumia. So you can see, so that was Jumia. Shop at the best prices in Nigeria. number one online destination, blah blah blah. So you see, even the interface when you go to Jumia, it's already you already know that what they do here is buy and sell. So pardon me, it's also a kind of social media, all right? Also a kind of social media. So it's basically for shopping, all right? Back in the days now, years back, people wouldn't have thought this possible, all right? But today it is very, very possible. You know, back then, how would you, let's say you're in Lagos now, how would you sell your products to people in Port Harcourt, in Ghana, in wherever? You couldn't have been able to do that. But now these platforms make it easy to show how far the world and how fast the world is evolving. You can see the prices and everything here. And they also have their competitors like Konga as well, Konga.com. So if you go to Konga, you can also buy things online. All right. So we call this kind of social media platforms social shopping networks. Okay. So that's for that. Then what next? What next? What next? Let us go back to our Canva so I can present. All right. So we have other kinds of platforms as well. Sorry, before we head this way, we have okay. We have sharing economy networks. Now, sharing economy networks, the basic use is for trading of goods and services between pairs. Now, what I mean by between pairs is between two people. Let's say I have a need, all right, and I don't know who can help me fulfill that need. I have a need, and I need somebody to help me to fulfill that need. So I leverage on sharing economy networks. Sorry, give me a minute. Um, I'm having a call. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Again, all right. Okay. So sorry, I had a call came in. I had to just send the text. All right, so that's what these platforms are used for trading of goods and services between pairs. We have Airbnb, all right. We have Uber. I know a lot of us know about Uber, know about Bolt. Okay, Bolt is easy for you to relate to. Let's say Bolt app. Some of us must have used Bolt here. It's also a social media, but they call this kind of social media sharing economy network. So they pair people together. I have a need, and somebody has a solution to it. So there comes a middleman who is going to link me to the person that can give me what I need. Okay, so now I want to travel. I want to go somewhere. I want to move to places around, and I need to go. I need a service that is going to do it seamlessly and easy for me without stressing me. I now use both. Both will help me, will connect me to a driver. So it connects a rider and the driver together. So you can see that they're exchanging services, they're trading services. You pay the rider, all right? The rider pays both for it, all right? And then he delivers you the services, and then the rider gets his own percentage out of it. Or rather, you pay the rider pays a commission to both for linking the two of you together. All right. Now, anonymous social networks are to communicate anonymously with people. All right. So basically, if you have something you want to share and then you want to report anonymously, you can do that. What I mean by anonymous is like you're not going to sorry. What I mean by anonymous is that you're not going to reveal your identity. You can do that without revealing your identity to people. So you can see a typical example here is ask.fm. You see, ask, chat, repeat anonymously. Okay, so you can share, you can ask questions and get answers from people, other people like you, without revealing your identity. Is that not good? You see, now find out what people want to know about you, ask questions and get answers on any topic. All right, so that is another kind of platform. All right, guys, this is already 39 minutes Tomorrow we're going to continue on this class, and then we're going to look at other things in the class. We're going to look at other things tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the differences between social media and traditional media and other stuff. So, but for today, I'm giving you guys an assignment. You're going to go back and you're going to research different. Obviously, I'm going to drop the link to your answers to ensure that you actually follow the class. So you're actually going to go back and research on these different networks, these different social media platforms, and what they are used for. You're going to show what you found out from that, and then we'll take it up from there. The submission will be before our next class. All right? For our next class. Oh no, I think I'll just hold on that. So I'll just give you guys a tip ahead of time so you prepare for it. So I'll also add the assignment tomorrow after the class tomorrow. We'll add everything together, and then you guys are going to have this week to work on it and then submit it before our next class on Monday. All right. So we'll have a class today. We'll have a class tomorrow as well, and then I'll give an assignment after the class tomorrow, and then you submit it before Monday because our classes, remember, both 5 p.m. every Monday, Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and on Saturdays are for our webinars. So thank you guys. I believe you've gained a lot of value from this class, and it's been a pleasure having this journey with you guys. My name remains Fortune Wobili once again. You guys have a nice day.